World Business Forum 2006, l'incontro annuale della business community per discutere di marketing, strategia, innovazione, leadership e management. To get a new image of the whole organization, how to do it?
Well, it's a hard question to answer, obviously. Complete change of an image. I've worked with some countries like Taiwan and Singapore who are attempting to rebrand themselves. The most important thing is there has to be real will and desire. People have got to understand that it's something that's incredibly important to their life. And I don't want to use a loose term like leadership, but it's just in the best sense of the word, you're desperate to get it done. Got to get it done.
So which is the most important thing about the academic strategy?
As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing important about academic strategy. The secret to success is actually doing things as opposed to talking about things. And so I have nothing but contempt for people who create strategies.
And why to sell dreams helps to differentiate the products and the services?
Well, I mean, I think it's a question to which the answer is a lot more obvious in Italy than most places, because certainly in many sectors, you know, from automobiles to fashion goods, Italy has sold Italy. And the excellence of the work, you know, many people call it the most extraordinary design center. And so in many respects, what the rest of the world is doing is catching up. Nobody in much of the rest of the world talked about design very much. I mean, you all had that to yourself, but no topic is quote unquote hotter right now.
Which is the main principle of the balance scorecard?
The main principle is to not rely on financial measures alone as to how well an enterprise is doing to create value. That financial measures tell you the results of your strategy, but to drive the execution of your strategy, you need to measure how well you're doing with customers, how well you're performing critical processes, and the fourth is the learning and growth, how aligned and capable are our people and our systems and our culture to improve those processes that create value for shareholders and customers.
And how is it possible to create an efficient strategic map?
We can create a good strategy map by identifying the objectives that we're trying to achieve for the shareholders, and then think about where does the revenue growth come from, what objectives do we have with targeted customers? Are we offering them low cost? Are we offering them superior products? Or are we offering them customer relationships? And that helps you to define the customer objectives. And based on those, we identify which processes, operating processes, customer management processes, or innovation processes will create that value proposition for customers, and then identify what skills do our people need, what data and information systems they need to excel at those strategic processes. And by answering that sequence of questions, we will get linked objectives in causal relationships in the four perspectives of a strategy map.
And which is the best way to optimize the home co-workers' performances?
We can improve our employees' performance first by making sure that every employee understands the strategy of the business unit in which he or she work. And then in setting personal goals for that employee for the year, ask them, what are you trying to accomplish that will improve one or more of the objectives and measures in your business's strategy map and scorecard? And then we can set up reward structures that if you achieve those objectives and if your business unit is successful, we will be prepared to award you some incentive pay based on personal performance aligned to the strategy, as well as the success of the business unit or department in which you work. And in this way, through awareness, through goal setting, and through incentives and rewards, every employee becomes aligned with the success of their business unit.